Hi, Jodas95 here, and welcome to my top 10 worst movie of 2018. 2018 has a nice, great year, has a nice little good, great things, and others. But then there comes the trash. We're looking at my top 10 worst movie 2018. Before we look at best one. But first, let's look at the 10 the worst. But first, I better look at quick at dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable mention is Truth or Dare, Welcome to Marlin, Gotti, Robin Hood, Hurricane Heights, Can, None, Mortal Engine, Night School, Overboard, Week Off, Nobody Fools, Cloverfield Paradox was his disappointment, Sherlock Gnomes, and finally Proud Mary. So, enough of that. Let's look at my top 10 worst movie of 2018. Starting number 10, we have Death Wish. Now, this movie, Death Wish, it's a remake from the classic 1970s from the same name, starring Shari Rawson. This 2018 remake, it's completely with starring Bruce Willis. Unfortunately, the film is just unexpired. The plot was supposed to be about this man, this Paul, who gets revenge after his mother or daughter were get shot after it's being devastated. And then they come the vengeance. Unfortunately, the movie was really, very boring on this. Compared to the original of 1970 version, this one does not have a once. It's got a boring action scene. The deaths is completely pointless. One scene, he just falls out of the stairs. He hit his head, looked like a Looney Tunes cartoon. This is stupid. It's supposed to be like an R-rated action films. We all know a lot of compare originals. In the end, this movie was just horrible. It was a movie over budget $30 million and over $48.16 million. So in the end, Death Wish was a terrible movie. I cannot recommend to watch it. It was such a mess. Big mess. So that is number 10 is Death Wish. Coming number 9, we have Happy Time Murder. Yeah, Happy Time Murder, it was directed by Brian Henson, the legendary son of Jim Henson, the creator of Muppets and Sesame Street. This movie, it's a guided misfire of the Shoyans. It was also one of the biggest bomb of the 2018. It stars Melissa Carty, plays a Detective Connie, and Joel McHale, who plays Agent Campbell. Oh my god, that is worst acting choice I ever seen. The plot was a movie between humans and puppet. It was supposed to be like detective crime, and that's about it. The plot was stupid. The ending was complete crap. There are no cool scenes, or there are no sexual scenes. It just did not actually work. The action scene just blended. The death scene just boring, pointless. I gotta say, the puppet deaths is just a hilarious, laughable. So in the end, Happy Time Murder is a disappointment. It became a pan by critics. If you wanted to check out the Sausage Party or Team America or Meets the Feeble, that looks better this. So that is number 8, 10. Number 9 is Happy Time Murder. Coming number 8, we have A Wrinkle in Time. This movie is one of the biggest Disney's bomb of the box office of the history. It's based on a book with the same name by the same name. It's about the girl named Meg who goes to find Cersei's father is missing from the scientist that disappeared, who finds a found mysterious fantasy world. So yeah, the only good part is got strong casts like Reese Witherspoon, Mindy and Kelly, Storm Reed, Chris Pine. That's about it. The rest of it does not. It's got weak story, confusing plot twist. The plot twist is the evil father is really confused. His evil son later find out he changed hard mistake. It's supposed to be like a emotion moment. It doesn't work. This movie was one of the biggest Disney's bomb of the box office. It was such a mess. It compared like a success like Harry Potter or Hunger Games were dominated box office, or Chronicles of Narnia. But this one, massive disappointment. So that is number 8, is Wrinkle Time. Coming number 7, we have Darkest Minds. This was another movie based on a book same name. I just don't understand why the film was. It was a massive bomb, another box office bomb about the mysterious younger teenager, about a group teenager who fights away, who got super powerful, sent supernatural, tries to escape with a group of children. Apparently, I'm not sure. It's kind of boring cast. The action was bland. The ending was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to spoil it, but people say this is a rip-off Infinity Wars ending, like world turned to disintegrated dust. This one has nothing redeeming. The quality has a confusing plot, confusing cast, and then confusing action were bland. So that is number 7. Is Darkest Mind. Coming number 6, we have Life Itself. More like ended life is ending life. This movie is about the man was Will, who played by Oscar Isaac, about his pregnant wife, played by Olie Whale, who plans to have a birth of a child about repairs. Apparently has to deal with something reasons. Unfortunately, this movie was such a terrible, it was the worst drama movie. It's about the boring cast. I mean, it has a solid A-list cast, but the rest is just a mess. And it's got director Dan Fogelman, who's director from the This Is Us, which, by the way, I haven't seen This Is Us TV show. I never watched it. This movie, it's just an idea. In the end, it's just a bizarre. According to critics, it says, quote, "How do you rate in a cinematic with a black holes that doesn't deserve the single stars?" Which is priceless. So in the end, Life Itself, it's a boring drama. It's probably the worst idea. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to spoil it, the ending, so check this out. Coming number 5, we have Action Point. More like action pointless. This was the worst summer comedy films. It's got a starring Johnny Knoxville, the guy from the excuse my language, and he deals today the bad grandpa. Now, Action Point, it's supposed to be like a based on a real life music park called the Ashens Park, with Dangerous Park. So it'd be cool, but then ruined. It turns out it was a storytelling. It's just a really pointless. The joke is not funny. It's not fun to watch. The stunt doesn't work. One of his hit his neck, one of he hit his back and broke his leg, and just unexpired. I don't know why Johnny Knoxville did choose the right. They got wrong. It's a confusing mess. It was also one of the biggest bomb in the box office. This movie was budgeted over $5.10 gross million. I just don't understand. This is such a disappointment. If you want to see a good jokes about stunt, watch it like a ridiculous deal, like a crazy accidentally. So that's number 5 is Action Point. Coming number 4, we have Nutcrackers in the Four Realms. This movie, Nutcrackers Four Realms, is one of the Disney's box office bomb of the 2018 during November Thanksgiving. It's got the plot about this, a girl named Clara, who finds a mysterious key unlocked to the box that holds a priceless gift from his mother's death. Found the mysterious from his tendency of the supposed to be Drozo Meyer. I'm sorry to pronounce it. Unfortunately, this one has nothing redeeming quality. It is supposed to be like a fantasy, more kid-friendly, but instead we got this very dark and gritty and depressing, and it's almost too scary for kids. And I guess parents just complained was the inappropriate ideas. It was such a mess. Nutcrackers Four Realms, it was a broken heart for the children, from the classic tells a story same name. It was such a bomb. So that is number 4, is Nutcracker Four Realms. Coming number 3, we have Slender Man. This was one of the worst horror movie I've ever seen. It's supposed to be based on a creepypasta, the same name, supposed to be like a Slender, make a unstoppable killing, like a jump scare, like a stalking that, but it didn't work. It's about the group of friends, yada yada, yep, everyone dies, and at the end of the film, that's it. It's just really uninspired. It's got boring death scene, horrible characters, terrible acting. It has nothing redeeming the quality. It was such a terrible, this movie was such a disappointment compared to others. So, hopefully I wonder the finest movie what it looked like. So that is number 3 is Slenderman. Coming number 2, we have Show Dogs. What in a Scooby-Doo is this? Show Dogs was supposed to be a title, was to be directed by Raja Gosnell, who's the team behind from Scooby-Doo and others. Unfortunately, we got here is the premise about the cop, along with partner with the Max, a rock knight named Max, who goes on a mission to find and discover the baby pandas missing, kidnapped from the bad guys. On the location in Las Vegas is Show Dogs, and that's about it. Unfortunately, this movie is considered to be least in favorite review is this. Terrible acting, characters unlikable, not to mention the voice acting is excruciating, horrible voice acting. That is the worst voice acting I've ever seen. The CGI dog looks atrocious, and not to mention child's grooming is one of the parents complaining of the theaters, making the Hollywoods apologize, and they pull the theaters and they throw it away. What's more unsurprisingly, the Global World Entertainment, the guy who made Nutjobs and others, it got filed bankruptcy on this year. Congratulations, Global. You have one bad movie for the middle finger final nail to coffin. So, yeah, no more sequel for him. They're not going to have a sequel at all. This should never made this movie. This should have been canceled. So anyway, that is my number 2, Show Dogs. I hate this movie. Me and my mom watch it. It's like, oh God, I can't take it more. I want my money back. I just rent the video as a family video. I want my money back. If you saw my check-in review about family video, check out my review of Show Dogs. My reason why this movie sucks. I don't care. Voice acting don't care. Directors don't care. Acting does not care. Hopefully they'll never make a sequel to that Show Dogs again. Alright. We'll now move on to number 1. Number 1, the worst movie 2018 is 50 Shades Freed. Yep, it's the third and final chapter of the 50 Shades Grey franchise, where they finally killed the trilogies. It was so bad, it killed the trilogies, and it killed the studio franchise. Thankfully, they ended the movie trilogies. The plot, it was based on a book same name. It's about was supposed to be like, between Anton Steele and Christian Grey, respectively a fellow couples. He gets married, while a former boss, played by Eric Johnson, who begins to stalk him, and, yep, spoiler, then Eric plans and tries to kill her. What's unsurprisingly, this movie has nothing redeeming his quality. It's got nothing redeeming in this movie. It went confusing. It has boring sex scenes, characters on bland between her and Kristen Grey, and is the worst characters since worse than Twilight. The ending is like, yep, it's over. It's over. It's finally over. Yep. It's finally over. Hopefully they'll, yep, the story's, the trilogy, it's done, it's over, it's finally over. Thankfully, 50 Shades franchise will never see a sequel or reboot ever again. So anyway, they're not gonna, so yeah, the 50 Shades series, it's finally over. So anyway, guys, there is my top 10 worst movie 2018. So yeah, 50 Shades Freed is terrible, since worse than Show Dogs. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the deals. Hope you enjoyed this deal. Thank you for watching. My top 10 best movie is coming up next. So anyway, I hope you're excited to see. I can't wait to see 2019 new films coming up next year. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this deal. Thank you for watching. Be sure don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you see you in the next deal. So until next time, and goodbye.